What's up, guys? Coach Madden, official trainer, YouGoProBaseball.com, and today we're talking about everything that you need to know when it comes to turning two from the shortstop position.
Nick Shaw provides the walk-off tonight.
Here's Howard, an RBI double by Nick Shaw.
I've got a former shortstop for the Brewers organization, Nick Shaw, great infielder. He's also the owner of thebattersbox.co, and he's got an Instagram, thebattersbox.co, at thebattersbox.co, so go check those out. But he's going to tell us everything that he knows about turning two from the shortstop position, because that's what position he plays, and he's the expert when it comes to this stuff. So, Nick, if you could take us through that, that'd be great.
It starts off with where to play. So a guy gets on first base. The standard distance that I use, that a lot of people have taught me to use, is 8 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, it differs with a lot of guys. You can play deeper on a guy if he's slow or whatnot, pull, whatever. But this is the standard starting spot, all right? So, along with that, you need to know when you're going to flip and when you're going to overhand feed. Now, for me, again, that's a line in your head. So for this, I'm going to draw a line in the dirt so you guys know what I'm talking about. So for me, it was right through that spot where I start. If the ball's hit right at me or to the right, I'm overhand feeding. If the ball's hit to the left, I'm flipping it. Now we can break that down even further. So, the ball's hit to my right. I'm getting to the ball, trying to field the ball right of center, not over here because we have to come this way to throw. So right of center, catching it, opening this foot up a little bit, and throwing to our second baseman. So again, getting here, right of center, throwing it to our second baseman, staying low, staying low. Don't let this arm, it's coming from the side, but don't let it go under here because the ball will sail. So now the ball to the left, it's a flip. We've already determined that. The ball's hit to our left, staying low, catching it, separating it, flipping it, and we're following it. That's a big mistake made nowadays with a lot of kids, a lot of guys at the next level actually. Fielding it and they flip it and don't follow it, the ball ends up lobbing over the second baseman, taking more time.
That was really great. I've got 5 quick questions for you. First, you showed walking it out. Are they going to walk that out every time that they're here, or is that something that they kind of feel out over time?
I would suggest you to walk it out at practice someday. Visualize where you're at in relation to the second base and to the field and the cut of the grass. I don't want you during the game to walk it out every time and look kind of strange to the people that you're playing with and the people that are watching, but just know visually where you are compared to mainly second base.
Second question I have is the angle of this line, because I don't know where the camera was at the time and the perspective that the viewer is seeing, but where is your line drawn to, like the angle of the line?
So this angle needs to be directly at home plate. That way the ball's coming from there, so you can see almost initially if the ball's going to be to the right or to the left of the line, if you're going to flip or if you're going to overhand feed.
Third question I got for you, you mentioned on the flip, and I saw that you brought the glove away from the ball. Is that something that you want to do for a visual for the second baseman, or what is the purpose of that?
Yes, to make it more clear for the second baseman what's coming at them. Not a ball coming out of a glove is out of the way. Now they can see the ball longer and make their footwork even earlier.
Also, I see a lot of kids when they flip it, they're like flipping it and spinning it, and the ball has a lot of spin, and I see them flying all over. You mentioned coming up as well. That's a big one. Are we trying to put spin on it or no spin, or what type of throw are we trying to do with that ball this second?
So the closer you get to this line, the more spin it's just going to have. So if the ball's hit right here, it's tough to throw it without spin because you need some force behind it to get it to him. Now, it's the opposite if we're really close to the base. We want to kind of loft it up to our second baseman, almost like a knuckle with no spin.
The last question I have for you is, what are you aiming for when you're throwing it? Because I'm assuming the second baseman's not always going to be right on the bag at the time. So are you throwing it to him or to the bag, or where are you trying to throw that ball?
So you should talk to your second baseman, ask him whether he likes to come across the front of the base or stay on the back side of the base to turn it. But as a rule, if you don't know where he likes it, I would aim for the back side of the base, because most youth baseball players turn the double play on the back side of the base.
That's awesome, Nick. Let's talk now about your footwork as a shortstop receiving the double play from the second baseman or first baseman.
Now we're here talking about the double play pivot as a shortstop with the ball hit to second base. My first rule is stay out of this lane. Stay out of the runner's lane, whatever you have to do. Because if a throw leads you in here or your footwork takes you in here, you might not be playing for long. So now, ball's hit to second. We're squaring our shoulders to the ball. Wherever our fielder is, wherever the ball is going, we're squaring our shoulders to him. We're chopping our feet, waiting for the feed. We're not committing too early, then we're coming across the base. Once this pivot happens, we're coming across, we're catching it, immediately turning our shoulders to point to first base. So they're going from square to the fielder, across the base, pointed to first base, then we're making our feed to first. Don't commit too early to the ball, because it can lead to this. Us trying to square our shoulders too early, if the throw's a little offline, even this way, we don't have a chance to catch it. So we're chopping our feet, chopping our feet, chopping our feet. We get the throw, now we start moving our feet towards first base.
I hope you guys like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and show Coach Nick and Coach Gus that you appreciate the work they're putting in. Also, you want to go check out Coach Nick's Instagram page at thebattersbox.co. He's got some really cool stuff over there, as well as his website, thebattersbox.co. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click my logo right here and then hit subscribe. Also, go watch my most recent video over here, and then leave us a comment below, and the three of us will get down there and answer any questions that you have as it relates to playing shortstop or second base and turning two. Talk to you guys down there.